always an excuse. It's always throwing your team under the bus. They lose to Memphis. Oh, it's his players' fault.
Making the choice. And too often we have guys that don't want to make that choice. And it's pretty consistent who those guys are. And so Saturday practice, I told the guys, it's going to be uncomfortable. The meeting is going to be uncomfortable. I'm not doing another 53 games like this.
Are you a smart guy?
I think so.
I think so, right? So if we don't defend home court, what happens?
Christmas Day. The Los Angeles Lakers got absolutely demolished in front of a worldwide audience. What followed was pure chaos. Their head coach stepped to the podium and threw his players under the bus. His former podcast partner refused to face the media, and one of his own players straight up mocked him on camera. But this isn't just about one brutal loss. This is about a coach who once destroyed other coaches on national TV for dodging accountability.
And you look at his quotes over the weekend, now he wants to take credit for the James Harden trade to the Clippers working out. He wants credit for that. There's never accountability with that guy. There's never accountability.
This is about 41-year-old LeBron James who might be mentally checked out. This is about a locker room that may have lost all respect for JJ Redick. Today, we're breaking it all down. As a die-hard Lakers fan, we will dive into the stats, the quotes, and LeBron's game tape to figure out if JJ Redick has a legitimate point or if he's turned into everything he once criticized. Christmas Day at Crypto.com Arena. The building is packed. LeBron, Luka, the whole league watching. The Lakers are facing the Houston Rockets, a young, scrappy squad, but absolutely one the Lakers should handle. What actually went down? A complete demolition. 119-96. The Rockets controlled the entire second half with a double-digit lead. They out-rebounded LA 48-25. This wasn't basketball. It was a grown man beating up on someone half his size. And it gets uglier. LeBron James finished with a plus-minus of -33. The Lakers got torched by 33 points in just 32 minutes with LeBron on the floor. That's his worst plus-minus as a Laker, and the third worst of his entire career. This wasn't a loss. This was a straight-up embarrassment. And JJ Redick had seen enough. After the game, JJ walked to the podium and unleashed. No corporate coach speak, no sugarcoating. He flat out called his team terrible.
And tonight we were a terrible basketball team, and that started legitimately right away. We don't care enough to do the things that are necessary. We don't care enough to be a professional. It's, we had it. We had it. We don't have it right now.
Then JJ dropped this bomb.
Making the choice. And too often we have guys that don't want to make that choice. And it's pretty consistent who those guys are.
Let that sink in. He's telling the entire basketball world that certain players on this roster consistently mail it in. He didn't drop names, but come on, we all know exactly who he's talking about. And then he made this promise. Now here's where it gets really spicy. The next day, after what he called an uncomfortable practice, JJ came out and said something that made everyone's jaw drop.
Since we've gotten Bron back, we haven't been as organized offensively. Too many random possessions, so that's on me. So it's those three things, defensive clarity, role clarity, and offensive organization.
JJ technically blamed himself at the end, but let's not play games here. He literally said the problem started when LeBron James returned. That's about as clear as it gets. And here's the kicker. The stats actually back him up. The Lakers' defensive rating dropped from 14th in the league before LeBron's return to 26th after he came back. That's a catastrophic fall. LA started the season 11-5 without LeBron while he recovered from sciatica. Since he returned, they're 8-5, still winning more than losing, but they've dropped 6 of their last 10, and every single one of those losses, double digits. So is LeBron actually the problem? Let's look at the cold, hard numbers, because they're not pretty. LeBron James has the worst defensive rating on the entire Lakers roster this season. Opponents score 121.9 points per 100 possessions when he's on the floor. He also has the worst net rating among starters. The Lakers get outscored by 6.8 points per 100 possessions with him in the game. And it's not just advanced metrics. With LeBron on the court, the Lakers allow a team-worst 12.8 fast break points per game. Their They're also giving up the most points off turnovers and the most second chance points. During that Christmas Day disaster against Houston, Amen Thompson absolutely cooked LeBron whenever they matched up. Thompson shot 67% from the field with LeBron as his primary defender. That's unacceptable from anyone, let alone a guy who's supposed to be one of the greatest ever. Normally, I'd break down the film for you, but the NBA community already did my job. Multiple accounts dissected exactly how much of a defensive liability LeBron was in that Houston game.
All right, watch this right here. LeBron's guarding Amen. They run the pick and roll. Sengun rolls to the rim. KD hits him with the pass. And in that split second, LeBron just abandons Amen completely. He runs towards Sengun, gives a little fake hop, doesn't actually contest, and that's it. Amen is wide open. Sengun kicks it out. Amen catches it. Alley-oop dunk, easy two. Another possession, another blown assignment by LeBron.
Look, we all understand LeBron is 41 years old. He's in his record-breaking 23rd NBA season. He's literally the first player in league history to play this many years. Eventually, Father Time catches everyone. But here's what keeps nagging at me. LeBron James opted in to a $53 million player option. No matter how old he is, he's one of the focal points of this Lakers team. If he'd taken a massive pay cut, maybe this would be more forgivable, because LA could have invested in role players to cover the gaps. But that's not what happened. So here's the question. If LeBron can't play defense anymore and the Lakers are clearly worse with him on the floor, shouldn't JJ Redick be adjusting his strategy? Or should he be publicly calling out his 41-year-old superstar to the media? This whole situation gets even more uncomfortable when you remember how JJ Redick got this job in the first place. Back in March 2024, LeBron James and JJ Redick launched a podcast together called Mind the Game. It was a basketball breakdown show where they'd sit around, sip wine, and dive deep into the X's and O's. They had incredible chemistry, and you could tell both guys had elite basketball IQs. Then what happened? Right after the Lakers got bounced from the playoffs, they fired Darvin Ham and hired JJ Redick, a guy with zero coaching experience at any level, not even as an assistant. His only coaching experience was volunteering with his son's youth teams. Now, Rob Pelinka and the entire Lakers organization swear LeBron had nothing to do with the hiring. But come on, you're telling me a guy who'd never coached before lands the Lakers job right after hosting a podcast with their best player? The optics speak for themselves. Even the podcast producer admitted he thought JJ was probably getting hired after seeing how sharp Redick was during recordings. So now, we've got a situation where the coach who got the job partly because of his relationship with LeBron is publicly calling out LeBron. The former podcast co-host is now the head coach, telling the media that the team got worse when their star player returned. That's absolutely wild. After the Christmas Day massacre, LeBron James, Jared Vanderbilt, and Rui Hachimura all refused to speak to the media. They walked right past reporters. No comment, nothing. That silence is deafening. When your star player won't even address your coach's criticism, you've got serious problems. And then we get to Deandre Ayton. This is where things go completely off the rails. Remember, JJ Redick promised Saturday's practice would be uncomfortable. Well, after that practice, reporters asked Deandre Ayton about it. His response,
Your coach told us it would be planned for it to be a bad day. They said it would be an uncomfortable day for the team.
And y'all bought into that.
He's listening.
Man, y'all
Told him, believed him.
I'm not going to tell y'all. I'm not saying anything.
This clip exploded. 56,000 likes in an hour. Comments went nuclear. People said team chemistry minus 1,000. Others said bro is not seeing the outside of the gym after that if I'm JJ. People were asking why you'd ever say something like that on camera. That's your own player undermining you in public. That's your own center basically telling the world that the coach's threats mean absolutely nothing. After all this went down, sports media went into a frenzy. Kendrick Perkins in particular torched JJ Redick.
Nobody else's fault. It's never JJ Redick's fault. It's never, and look, I watched the game last night. Did I see LeBron James pouting all game long? Did I see the bad body language from LeBron? Absolutely. Did I see him not putting forth the defensive effort and getting back in transition, only having 2 rebounds last night in the game where you know a team loves to pound the glass and grab offensive rebounds? Did I see your best player, your franchise player, Luka Doncic, complaining after every single call? You damn right I did. But JJ, why don't they care? Why are they not playing hard? Why are they not trying to compete on the defensive side of things? You're the coach. That's a reflection of you.
And here's the biggest plot twist of all. Before JJ was a coach, he was an ESPN analyst. One of his biggest viral moments came in February 2024 when he absolutely destroyed Doc Rivers on First Take. He literally said, "There's never accountability with that guy." Those were JJ Redick's exact words about Doc Rivers. And now people are saying the exact same thing about JJ. John Parker went on TV and called him a fraud and a hypocrite for doing exactly what he criticized Doc Rivers for. He said 2 to 3 years ago, JJ Redick ripped Doc Rivers on ESPN's First Take about not being held accountable and always making excuses. And here he is. Kenyon Martin went on Gil's Arena and completely destroyed him.
JJ, I don't know if you know this or not, bruh. Them dudes don't respect you. You are their peer. They are not, just because you have the head coach title, they don't look at you as such. If they did, they'll play harder. They'll get back on defense. Once you address the crying every possession to the refs with Luka and Austin Reeves and LeBron, if you address it once, if they respect you, they'll go out their way to try to change it because you are a new voice.
That's brutal. He's basically saying LeBron got JJ the job, and now JJ can't coach LeBron because they were just sitting around drinking wine together a year ago. So maybe, just maybe, JJ Redick is onto something. Maybe at 40 years old, with retirement right around the corner, LeBron doesn't have that same fire anymore. Maybe the golf course is calling louder than the basketball court. But here's the other side. John Wall went on Prime Video and defended LeBron.
3 years in, like, I'm gonna give you the best I can, but like, be realistic. What more do you really expect from me? Like, I'm 23 years in, you know what you're gonna get from me. I can't be the same LeBron that was in the passing lane or guarding the best player on the other end. I'm gonna give you some effort play. Some nights I might not have it, but that's what you have those other guys for. They supposed to come in and pick that load up for him. So he looks himself in the mirror like, yeah, I'm not the same LeBron I want to be, but they already know that.
I still take him on my team.
Nah, for sure. I think anybody.
And that's completely fair. What do we expect from a 41-year-old in his 23rd NBA season? He's still averaging 20 points, 5 rebounds, and nearly 7 assists. That's not someone who's quit. So let's break this down. Is JJ Redick right to call out the team? Or is he becoming exactly what he used to criticize? On one hand, the numbers are undeniable. The Lakers are worse since LeBron returned. Their defense has collapsed. LeBron's individual defensive metrics are terrible, and the team was on a 3-game losing streak before their game against Sacramento, with all 10 losses coming by double digits. But on the other hand, what exactly is JJ Redick doing to fix it? He's the head coach. It's his job to put players in positions to succeed. If LeBron can't play defense anymore, scheme around him. If the effort isn't there, that's a reflection of the coach not connecting with his players. The fact that Deandre Ayton casually mocked his coach on camera, the fact that LeBron won't even talk to the media, the fact that former players say the locker room doesn't respect JJ, that's not just a roster problem. That's a leadership problem. Here's the thing about coaching LeBron. It's been done successfully before. Eric Spoelstra did it, Ty Lue did it. Those coaches earned LeBron's respect and got him to buy in. But they also didn't go on TV and publicly blame him when things went south. JJ Redick wanted this job. He wanted to prove a first-time head coach could lead a championship contender. He wanted to show his basketball IQ could translate to wins. Right now, it looks like he's way in over his head.